So your car's filthy, and because of lockdown you can't get the usual company to clean it for you, or you fancy saving some cash and giving it a go yourself. So in this video I'm going to guide you through the step-by-step process to wash your car like a pro. Hey there, I'm Kev and this is North Coast Workshop, where you'll find content on car modification, mechanical DIY, detailing and custom creations. So car washing, a pretty tedious task. Some people like it, some people hate it. Personally, I enjoy washing my car and achieving great results, as well as doing cars for friends and family and achieving excellent results for them too. So the thing is, the valet companies can charge pretty big money for doing work on your car. Today's video is to show you how you can do it yourself. The car in today's video is my mate Richie's car. He'd just bought it, it was 5 years old, and he'd noticed marks inside the paintwork in certain parts of the car. So he came to me to see if I could sort them, as well as give the car full detail at the same time. So the video is going to show you the step-by-step process I took on Richie's car, as well as what equipment I used, and also the cleaning products I used as well. And don't worry if you haven't got all this equipment, because I'll offer alternatives you can use instead. Oh, and stay tuned to the end of the video to see if we got the marks at the paint for Richie, and also for the final results of the car. Let's go. So the products we're using today, we have multi-purpose cleaner G101 is what I use, which mixes 4 parts water to 1 part solution. We have citrus pre-wash, snow foam, some cherry bomb car shampoo with a neutral pH if possible, tar remover. I use stuff called TARDIS, but you can use similar products. We have Poor Boy's swirl remover and also Poor Boy's black hole polish. And tire gel. I use silicone-free dressing along with a paintbrush to apply it and also a tub to pour it into. For equipment, we have 2 detailing brushes. I use a Karcher pressure washer with a snow foam attachment, a large wash bucket with a grit guard, a microfiber mitt, microfiber cloths, microfiber drying towel, microfiber polishing cloth, a machine polisher with 2 heads, or as an alternative you can use autoglym polish and a foam polish applicator. And guys, if you enjoyed the video so far, hit that like button and drop a comment below saying how often is your car cleaned. Is it never cleaned? Annually? Weekly? Drop a comment below. So first up, we're going to clean the alloys using the multi-purpose cleaner. You spray this around the tire wall and over the wheel itself. Then after a few minutes, once it's soaked in, use a detail brush and work the multi-purpose cleaner into the surface of the tyre and all nooks and crannies of the wheel. Then after a minute, take a pressure washer and rinse off all the excess solution. And if you haven't got a pressure washer, you can use a garden hose for this. Then repeat 3 times for the other 3 wheels. Next, we're going to use a citrus cleaner and spray it into all the nooks and crannies where dirt collects across the car. If you don't have a pressure washer just now to wash the car with, and you only have a garden hose, what you can do is use the citrus pre-wash to spray the majority of the car to cover all the dirty areas, and this will then act as a pre-wash solution which will help take the dirt away from the paint without having to touch it. Also, don't forget areas like the petrol filler cap, where over the months and years dirt and grime can collect. Now to snow foam the car with the snow foam attachment and the pressure washer. Skip this step just now if you haven't got a pressure washer and you've just got a garden hose. You're looking for full coverage of the car with the snow foam, and then to leave it about 5 to 10 minutes to soak in, and as it runs off the car it should take the majority of the dirt with it. So once you've left the snow foam to soak for 5 to 10 minutes, or if you've just got a garden hose, you've left the pre-wash, citrus pre-wash to soak for 5 to 10 minutes, this is where you rinse the car completely with the garden hose or pressure washer. Now it's time for the hand wash using the bucket and a neutral pH car shampoo. So you can use hot water from the tap, or you can use water from the garden hose or the pressure washer. Again, looking for full coverage of the car, working away from the top to the bottom, avoiding the wheels and the wheel arches. And at the very end, I used a separate microfiber cloth to do the door sills, just because these tend to have areas that collect a lot of dirt and grit, and you don't want to wipe this across your paintwork. Afterwards, you're looking to rinse the car again completely with your garden hose or pressure washer. So now I'm checking for tar spots on the paintwork. Usually they collect around the backs of the wheel arches and along the bottom of doors and across the boot and the rear bumper. There's quite a lot of Richie's car, so this is using a tar disc. Spray a tar disc on, wipe it in with a microfiber cloth, and then rinse it off with soap and water. Now time to get the car into the garage to dry the car off and then start treating the paintwork. So once the car is fully dried, we're now going to start treating Richie's paintwork to see if we can get the marks out of it. This process can sometimes cause more harm than good, so if you're not confident with doing this yourself, then just miss this step out completely. If you are looking to do it yourself, you're looking to work in small areas at a time and with slight pressure on the machine polisher, working up and down, left and right on each of the parts of the panels. The foam head for the machine polisher must be kept clean at all times, as any dirt or grit that gets onto the head can cause more marks on the paintwork. If you're looking to correct the paintwork if there's marks in it and you don't have a machine polisher to hand, just using a foam applicator and the auto blend polish can achieve equally decent results. A bit harder, but you can get really decent results just from doing it by hand instead. Next up, using the Poor Boys Black Hole polish and machine polisher, we apply this to a whole car in the same process as before, working one panel at a time. And as said previously, if you don't have a machine polisher, you can use the black hole polish with a foam applicator and apply this by hand as well. Once the black hole polish has been applied to the whole car and worked in with the machine polisher or by hand, you're then looking to buff the entire car with microfiber buffing cloth. Paying close attention to the edge of panels where sometimes polish gets stuck, and also any areas of glass or plastic trim where sometimes polish might have been applied by accident. At this stage I also like to clean the door checks and the doors themselves, and this just adds to the finishing touches. To clean these areas I just tend to use a microfiber cloth soaked in soapy water, which I then wipe down all the areas with and then dry off with a separate cloth afterwards. And finally, going back to the wheels for the finishing touch, applying the silicone-free tyre dressing to the tyre walls and then using a cloth just to wipe off any excess. Leaving the tyre dressing to the very end means that the tyre wall tends to be a lot drier than if you were to do it at the start or halfway through the wash process. So that's it. The car turned out really well, I thought. And if you take a look at the clips now, you'll see how the paint turned out. It was quite bad before, quite deep marks in the paintwork, but with the help of the machine polisher and then using the black hole polish on top, I thought it came out really well, and Richie was really happy with the results as well. And yes, remember guys, I've got a pressure washer and a snow foam attachment, but if you don't have them to hand, if you've just got a garden hose with a standard spray gun attachment, that's just as good. So you can do it with any means possible, but yes, get a pressure washer as soon as you can if you're able to, and it makes the job 10 times easier, and the snow foam attachment as well, really useful tool to have. So guys, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. If you found it useful, hit the thumbs up button and keep an eye out for future videos. Cheers.